I'm finally getting to the question and answer video. Months ago, I was like, oh, I'll do a New Year's Q&A, and look, it's in the middle of February, and I'm doing the New Year's Q&A. So, I'm finally getting to it, and basically the way I'm going to break it up is I'm going to break it up into two parts. First video that I'm doing right now is a video that I responding to people who left comments in the YouTube. And then I will make a second video answering Twitter questions. So, yeah. I'm going to start answering the questions now. Various Readers, which I love that channel. She's on Bookish Friends, which is a collab channel that is awesome. And so, go check out her channel. She asked, which 3 types of books do you prefer to read? Genres are your most preferred genre? Like, what type of book do you like to read? The thing with me is I don't like to read a book, like certain types of books. I feel like that kind of limits you. I really honestly care more about, like, the story. And if the story feels good to me, then I'll read the book in any type of, like, fiction, fantasy, anything. YA, classics. I think classics are the 2 ones that are the most. And then she also asks, name 3 books you want to read but haven't yet. Well, that's the story of my life. Basically anything in my bookshelf that has not been read, or anything that is on hold at the library. There's so many books. You would just have to basically go to my Goodreads account and look at to read, the bookshelf to read, and you can see all books there that I marked, and basically all those books are books that I would love to just read, but it's just like, so yeah, I hope that answers your question. The Book Nerd XO asks, what is my top 5 favorite and least favorite books? Okay, so I haven't prepared any answers. I'm just winging this, so if I seem kind of like, that's why. But definitely Fault in Our Stars, To Kill a Mockingbird, Sarah's Key, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and Beautiful Creatures. I'll just say that. And then least favorite books, I don't have, like, any books that were, like, really bad. There was a couple, 10 Things We Did and Probably Shouldn't Have was horrible. I hated that book. Secret Kept. And that's all about. Let me check my Goodreads and see and see if there's any ones that any books that I'm really sure that besides those 2 that are, like, really horrible. So yeah. She also asked, if you were stranded on the island, which 2 books would you have with me? Well, definitely the Bible. Any book by John Green, I would pick one of his books. And, wow, that's a really broad question. I don't know. I would just say, like, could I have a Kindle and then have, like, a bunch of books on my Kindle? But then if I was on a stranded island, I wouldn't have electricity to charge my Kindle. That would be a problem. But definitely the Bible is definitely one of those books that I think would be very good to have. And the last question that the Book Nerd XO asks is, what is my favorite book to movie adaptation? Definitely Sarah's Key. It's really awesome that, a lot of movies don't really have very accurate depictions of what the book was actually trying to say. And I felt like with the Sarah's Key adaptation, they did a really good job of keeping everything really close to what the book was saying. And it was a great movie and a great book. And I would just highly recommend that you go check it out. Sarah's Key by Tatiana DeRosany. That's a really good book. And just a really good story, like both the movie and the book. So that definitely is my favorite book to movie adaptation and just story. So, Check That Show asks, what was my favorite childhood book? Definitely Guess How Much I Love You. It's about this Hare and his child, and he's like, It's a small rabbit. Obviously, it's a kid, so he's like, I love you this much, and he has short little arms, and then the dad, he's obviously bigger, so he has longer arms. He's like, oh, yeah, well, I love you this much, and then, like, the little bunny rabbit is trying to, like, be like, well, I'm taller. He tries to get taller than him. It's just really cute. So definitely that, and my dad would always do that to me when I was younger, so it has, like, really good memories, and when I have children, I'm definitely going to read it to them because, I love it. So, she asked also, what would you like to travel where you haven't been already? And this is actually going to be covered in my next video. So, because somebody asked a question about the answer to that question. So, definitely look at my other video because I don't want to, like, spoil anything. So, yeah. And the last question is, what is my favorite book of all time? I can't answer that question, okay? That is not fair that somebody would ask that question. Like, I just can never answer that with just one book. Like, it would probably be like 10 books. So, it's not that it's a bad question. It's just impossible for me to answer. So, that's why I'm not answering that question. So, yeah, that's it for all the YouTube comment questions. Definitely be looking forward to a Twitter question answer thing and coming up after I upload this video. So, see you in a few minutes and DFTBA and all that stuff. And, yeah.